Hello everybody, welcome to another Zabbix video. This time we are talking about how to monitor partitions on the MySQL or MariaDB. And also in this tutorial I will cover how to set up the partitioning for Oracle MySQL 8. And the tutorial will be very specific, oriented on Alma Linux 8, which should be compatible out from the box with the Oracle Linux 8 and Rocky 8 and CentOS 8. Since the beginning of the tutorial will be how to set up the partitioning, but the overall title of this video is how to monitor the partitioning. If you want to go straight forward to the monitoring, check the timestamps in the video. It will be somewhere in the middle how to do the monitoring. But right now let's start from scratch. All the tutorial, it's like taking some inputs already from the internet, and I'm using the tutorial from zabbixbook.com. This is very universal and applicable to MariaDB and older MySQL versions and newer versions. Like all the MySQL versions are covered at the same time, so it's a quite long read. Since I'm targeting only a very particular operating system and very particular database type, MySQL 8, then I kind of like take the bits only which is useful for my use case. Not everything is should be copied and pasted. Also, this tutorial right now, at the time of making this video, it does not cover audit log partitioning, which is possible on the Zabbix 7.0. There is a special tutorial how to do the audit log for how to do the partitioning for the audit log, and I will embed this knowledge also inside the task we are doing right now. All the used links will be also shared in the video description. If you want to have a read on the original sources, just have a look. And let's start. And my tutorial will be quite minimized. I'm using Zabbix appliance 7.0 right now, which is running with the Alma Linux 8.10, and this already runs with MySQL version 8.0.41. And it's right now quite a fresh situation. It's like a very fresh appliance which is running Zabbix server 7017. Okay, and I have like a cheat sheet here. I have summarized what needs to be done if we run 7.0 and if we run Oracle MySQL 8.0. So let's complete these commands. And the first thing is like this tutorial is not applicable to execute on the fly with the running instance. So we need to shut down the backend component. So systemctl disable now. It will stop the service and also disable it until we completely complete the tutorial. And then here a bunch of dependencies. Most of them are required for this Python, for the Perl script, these Perl DBI, syslog, and like extra modules for the Perl 5 to be able to communicate with the database. Okay, and what next? We will like install this script, which is coming from the same source as the first link I shared, like Zabbix book. It's a community effort which maintains this script, but I'm targeting this time like a very particular commit. So all these comments will be also available inside the video description. Let's continue and navigate to this directory. Cleaning the screen and downloading this script, and here you go. setting the script executable. Okay, and now like setting up the user, it would be very beneficial to use what's working already. So that's the reason I'm grepping this pattern, grep db from the backend component. Copy and paste. And here you go. Like the appliance right now is using this very application user, Zabbix _srv, and this very password. I will copy the password to clipboard and enter this script right now to modify and do like many modifications inside the script. And we need to start with the correct username and password. It is listed over here. This is the line which holds the password. Click and the password is there. The dedicated user is called Zabbix server. Okay, and many more modifications. So in the 7.0 we also have audit log, this table. Click. So now I want to enable the audit log table, and I'm about to use daily partitions. So changing this to day, and yeah, the rest seems fine. Daily partitions for 24 more partitions will be made. Okay, now there is a separate portion inside the script which enables the support for MySQL 8. Otherwise, we will receive this very message. Your installation of MySQL does not support table partition. We want to run away from this. And to do so, there is a section. This section. So it right now the script targets MySQL 5.6 and MariaDB, but I am not here. I'm in a completely different position. So we will like enable this block, this one, this, and this, and this. So 4 lines, 5 lines. These lines all were inactive and now they are active. And yeah, it's easier for me. I will just completely delete this block since I will not use here these guys. So deleting these lines, and instead of those 5 lines, we will have MySQL 8.0. Okay, save the file. Why it's not maximized? Click and click. And okay, just to have a look, open again. Yes, it does save everything. Okay, now we need to set the first initial partitions, and to do so need to authenticate inside the database client. To do that, I can do MySQL space Zabbix. So this time I'm able to authenticate into the database without any special user, and like inside the MySQL client I'm right now. And to enable the partitions, actually I want to highlight what is the situation inside the data directory of database engine. If we check for the home and search MySQL inside the etc password, we see the home for MySQL is var lib MySQL. So we can go here, and the database title, if we check DB name inside the Zabbix server backend, the database title is Zabbix, which would mean there is a directory Zabbix here inside. So right now I'm sitting var lib MySQL, cleaning the screen, and if we would list all files and grep for files which holds like a hashtag, then nothing is in the output, I think, because the hashtag is like a special symbol for partitions. It's like an indication how to check, are you using partitions or are you not using. And since we are about to install the Perl script, then yeah, it's a good follow-up thing to validate the current situation. And now let's re-authenticate into the client and go to the database Zabbix. And To enable the partitions, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks like audit log, and then we have 6 tables for raw historical data, these ones, and then 2 tables for the trends. And yeah, we can copy these guys quite like not modify anything. And here I want to highlight a little bit the naming style. I'm creating like a partition like 10 years ago, 2010, and it really does not matter if you are just at the beginning of this, like if you start to use Zabbix few days ago, it really does not matter what we put here, but just to highlight to you that to create a partition for one day for the January 1st, what we do is like we target the midnight of January the 2nd. So that's the trick. Like this is the midnight of the next day. Sometimes we go quite impulsively set here like free, and we set here free as well, and that's very wrong. So if you want to create a partition for the 3rd of January, we need to target the midnight of 4th of January. So this is it's easy to miss out. It will not be tragedy, but it's good if you can understand this behavior. What is the name of partition and what kind of timestamps it targets. Okay, now I will just copy all these commands, and so I'm using truncate table before every operation, and it's mandatory to do that. Otherwise, we cannot enable partition if there is any data already stored inside the table. I will copy everything in one go. Copy and publish in the terminal at the bottom. Clear the screen, and paste. Click, and it says something. Okay, paste as one line. Enter. Okay, yeah, all in one line. Enter. And now it's do all the modifications, and that's the output. And yeah, that's it. The initial partitions are ready. Exiting the client, and since I'm sitting in this directory, let's clear the screen. So I'm sitting here, and I was grepping this hashtag previously. What if I do this again? Grep, and here you go. Now we see like we have a partition for the like 10 years ago, and this will be destroyed in a very moment when we start to actually use that Perl script. That's the reason why I was saying like it really does not matter what is the name and what's the timestamp. I think it's almost better to target these 10 years ago, so it's more universal, more copy and paste, and we can like use this tutorial almost in a kickstart way to deploy new instances. Okay, now to enable this Perl script, let's navigate back to that thing. We have a mapping user, and let's see if it works. So the script is located in this directory, cd, enter, list. Now it's executable already. Not sure if I did execute this. Let's try. Click executable, and let's try to run. Clear the screen. And yeah, .star and this script, enter, and it seems like not failing at all. So now it's running, it's creating partitions, and it will end like in the next 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And right now, so we are sitting in the directory where the script is, and if we go back to the previous directory, which is here, var lib MySQL, and list again how many partitions we have with the hashtag, it will be a very different picture. Enter, and here you go. Like now the year 2010 is gone, and we have like August. Yeah, for the trends we have this August, and if we go to the history, so we have daily partitions over here. So job done. we are almost like in the phase of this topic of the video. The topic of video is like, how can I be sure the partition is there in the future? And let's like a little bit minimize the goal. Today is August 10, 2025. If I would grep for like something like 2025 and August is month number 8, and grep for this timestamp, like August 10, we see like we have partitions, we have daily partitions for 7, it looks like 7 tables. Bin log, okay. And so what's the goal? The goal is kind of look into the future. Do we have partition for tomorrow? Enter. Okay, good. What about like the 18th of August? Enter. Okay, it's good. Let's clear the screen. What about 19th of August? It's good. What about 20? Enter. And the 20 is missing. So we now know that from today, if we go 10 days into the future, the partition is not yet there. The cron job is supposed to create that, and like this video will give you one trick how we can implement a solution which kind of does this command. Like it is looking if there is a partition 10 days into the future. And the whole solution will be based on the JavaScript. Okay, now moving into the next phase, setting up this monitoring. Let's clean the screen, and there is a template ready to do the task. I will explain like how it works. The template is relying on Zabbix agent. Active mode is used right now in the template, and inside the template there is a data directory, and actually not only data directory, but where is the Zabbix database object. This path really match with the same directory inside that black terminal. And yeah, where is that data directory, and how many partitions in the future we want to look forward. So 6 partitions must exist in the future, and the way how it works is like we use a very native Zabbix agent key to ask what kind of files are inside that directory. So what I will do right now, let's do the simulation. Here is Zabbix agent. We can run Zabbix agent get and run with the T, and copy this item key, copy, and replace this thing. I will actually pvd replace the thing, the db location with that directory. So this guy. And enter, and it does fail because I used the wrong binary, Zabbix agent d, and yeah, here let's go back. So this command is working and showing what kind of files are inside that directory, and there's coming like a struggle very soon that Zabbix agent runs with the service user. If we list like the processes ps ef and grep Zabbix, we see Zabbix agent runs under the service user Zabbix, and service user Zabbix cannot really by design go to this directory because this directory actually is owned by MySQL user. cd, let's clear the screen actually, cd var lib MySQL, and if we list all the files, with the here we see like all the files here belongs to MySQL service user. So by design, actually, it's quite a challenge to implement this monitoring because the service user will not be able to read, and we can really simulate as well if we like enter Zabbix shell bin bash. So now I am under the Zabbix user. I can easily go to the temp, but if I try to go var lib MySQL, enter, and list the files, okay, here is fine. If we go here under the Zabbix, enter, permission denied. So it will be quite a struggle to actually enter this directory to search is there a file which starts with the hashtag. And to overcome this challenge, what we can do is, or what I can recommend to do is like, we have to make Zabbix user as a part of MySQL group. And to do that, like we can use this very trick, we can modify the user and tell that Zabbix belongs to Zabbix user belongs also to the MySQL group. If we summarize a little bit inside the terminal, we can write ID MySQL. So MySQL user belongs to MySQL group. ID Zabbix. Zabbix belongs to this group. And if we run this command right now, copy and paste, enter, and run again that last command, ID Zabbix, then now it says that this service user Zabbix also belongs to user group MySQL. So in a way, we are already crossing maybe some, we are violating security. If the bad guy has access to the Zabbix agent, maybe they can like start to read some more files inside the var lib MySQL. Let's do the same test with the bash. So going to the service user Zabbix. Here you go, like we are inside the service user Zabbix, and trying again that same command var lib MySQL, and I was incapable of entering this directory. And what about now? And yes, I can list all the files. So this is the beginning of the journey of scanning this directory and looking if there is a file which is like 10 days in the future. Okay, now exiting the service user, and I think the next phase can be to apply the template. And I have here like a test object appliance, which is right now behind the proxy, and I will link this solution, MySQL partitioning. So I'm linking this template, which is supposed to work in active mode, and I will modify this agent to go to that proxy, Zabbix agent conf, and at first like deleting the static hostname, Zabbix server, enter, and also the active, server active, enter. And here, like my internal proxy comes with some very specific IP address. Okay, and so I just did the bare minimum requirement that my identity of this server is appliance, and we will like this is the identity inside the front end, also appliance active checks only, and the template is running. If we check the latest data page, then there is nothing right now. Okay, and now before we restart agent, let's explain what is about to happen. We have active check with the agent 1 will execute at the service restart. So in a very moment when we restart the agent, even if the interval is 1 day, this item key will execute, and it will ask to read all the files inside that var lib MySQL Zabbix. and inside the pre-processing, what it does, it's minimizing to the base name. So we are actually interested inside the base name only. It's almost the same as running ls -1. So it will read, it will read just the file names, like with these hashtags. So yeah, it will pick up the file names, and then in the step 2, it is looking like for every file name which has a hashtag in the name. So yeah, it reads only the partitions. It does not read any table which is not partitioned. Only the partitions will be observed. What happens next is, like, we have a dependent item which is called pre-make, and I think, yeah, the pre-make will do everything for us. And the most of the magic happens in this JavaScript, and let's briefly explain what it does. Like in the line number 5, it is observing, like it's asking the proxy, like, what time is it right now? And let's add automatically like extra days on the top of what time is it right now, since the pre-make in this template right now is 6. So it is asking for the current date and adding extra 6 days on the top. So it's like a timestamp in the future. Then there is like a separate block how to put every variable inside inside the variable. Every like thing, minutes, hours, days, month, we put in the variable. Not all of them are needed, but to keep this script as universal as possible, then I'm keeping these variables, and this can be useful if you decide to use hourly partitions. Then we may need to access this variable, but right now it's not even used. And the biggest the biggest logic is in the line 24, where we really formulate in what kind of style you name the partitions, because sometimes in the internet we use underscore, sometimes we use like a dot, sometimes we don't use any placeholder like this. So if the template do not work out from the box for you, most likely this line must be modified. So right now it is targeting only, it's like adding three variables together: year underscore, month underscore, and the actual date of today, which really match this pattern, like year underscore. That's wrong. If we list grep history uint, enter. So here is the answer: year underscore, month underscore, and date. And then at the end of that pattern, I'm adding plus idb. Let's check back that script. Yes, plus idb. And here is the main program. Like, it is taking every partition and going through and searching for that very pattern. Here we can have like a takeaway immediately that the solution only looks for this partition. We kind of like there is like a small danger. User local bin. If we check back the script, like the script creates partitions for a lot of tables. Like here are all of the tables. We have history, log, string, text, uint, and like we have 9 tables in total. But that JavaScript is only checking if there is a partition in the future for this very table. So I made that like as a bare minimum requirement, and my thought process was like, if that the partition is there, then most likely the rest is also there. But yeah, it's maybe like lacking the precision. We might think like how to enable the partition scanning also for the rest of the tables. But I think it's as a proof of concept is it's good enough. Okay, and yeah, so this is the most important line, and then it seeks here, like iterates through the partitions, and if it finds the partition, it will add to the add to the variable and print the actual partition name in the output. If the partition has not been found, it will report an empty array. So right now let's check how it works in practice, monitoring latest data, and here is emptiness. And if we restart the agent, systemctl restart Zabbix agent, enter, and like in the next 5 seconds it will send the JSON to the proxy, and proxy will send to the server. If we refresh the page, here you go. So the primary item, the master item, is this part, and it prints partitions for everything. Here we see like history, history bin, history log, everything. But that extra dependent item will follow up only with the one table, with the table history. Today is the 10th of the August, and it is looking if there is a partition like 6 days in the future. And then there is another dependent item which kind of counts what is the length of this JSON. So here is the length is 1, and the answer is here, and it's easy to do this because it's very easy to create a trigger for this solution. If the length of this list is 0, it's a serious problem, like we don't have enough partitions in the future. If it's more than 0, then great. So let's crash this solution and ask for something unexisting, data collection templates, and instead of pre-make 6, let's ask something which maybe even exists in the very future, like 36. So it would mean like going into the September. Even if today is the August, then 36 days in the future, it's quite a lot. Update. Let's wait for a few seconds for this new user macro to kick in, so the proxy knows the new variable and has correct pre-processing. And then I will forcibly restart the agent again. So with the agent 1, on the restart, if it's an active item, my active item runs once per day. So restarting agent, it's a good trick to trigger the data collection again. Restart, and visiting this latest data page, click, and so we see the last check is 2 minutes ago. And here there is another item like what kind of partition I want to search for. It's like good for troubleshooting. If we don't understand the script, we can understand like what the script actually tries to search for. And now when I refresh the page, I think this will go to the 0, and this last bit will indicate September. Reload the page, and the size of array is 0, and if we look like what we are searching for, it's going and searching for 15th of September. So no partition is there, and if we would click on the problems right now, click, and the problem is this. Appliance table history do not have partitions 36 days into the future. Okay, that was the proof of concept. Actually, we need to complete the tutorial, like to install the cron job, and to install the cron job, we can use this guy and copy over here. And what I like personally to use is when we install the cron job, I really like to test if the cron job is able to make the partitions. And to do so, what's my plan is like I would authenticate into the database Zabbix and write alter table. At first, like listing the partitions for the table. Alter show create table history uint. So these are the partitions, and then like alter table and the table is history uint drop partition, and the partition, like I want to drop the 19th of the August. Enter, semicolon, enter, and let's drop even more, 18 and 17. And if I run again, like please show me all partitions for history uint. So it shows only today, tomorrow, and so on. So right now, like this table really is missing some partitions in the future, and I would like really for the cron job to make them. So no manual. I don't want to manually make them by manually run the script. And to do that, let's edit the cron job, cron.d, and so this is the actual partitioning script, MySQL. And let's clone the line, let's disable the original for a second, and let's execute like how I like to do, like execute every 1 minute, which would be super dangerous in production. But I want to like create the partitions back, which I just destroyed a few seconds ago. So save, and checking the date right now, date, and it's 10:39 and 29. So after 30 seconds, it will create back what I deleted. Just to list the thing here, show create table history uint. So it says 8:16. If I run system date, enter. So we see like in next 12 seconds the Perl Perl script will re-execute. Let's check again. Click. So it's 8:16, August 16, and if we run system date, so it's already 5 seconds past the next minute. So the problem must be solved already. Let's check again. If we run partitions, enter, and it looks like I failed. Interesting. And welcome to the troubleshooting session. Yeah, this is like a good thing in terms of like the cron job seems to not work. Let's see MySQL, and maybe the user is missing. Yeah, the user is missing. So root, and so the cron job would ask the user root. Okay, enter. Let's check again. So in the next 5 seconds, it will create back, and going back into the client and listing the partitions for history uint, enter, and here you go. Like this was the last previously, but now 3 more partitions are made in the future. So my instruction, like this was very wrong. It's a typo. There must be a missing thing. This must be there because yeah. And also I think the behavior is listed inside the global var log messages, maybe. Enter, and yeah, we can see that every minute right now it is trying to kind of maintain the set of partitions. If something needs to be dropped, if something needs to be created, like here in VC, it's fixing my behavior of deleting the partitions manually for the August 17, 18, and 19, and now it's fixing. So as a last fix, we need to set the cron job correctly, MySQL, and not to run every minute. That's a disaster. So let's delete that line completely, and the correct behavior is like root, and now it runs once per day, and it will be able to create those partitions in the future. Okay, that is everything for this video. All the relevant links and these small commands will be in the description of the video. If you find it helpful, useful, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.